the OH Report. I'm Zach Truax alongside J.R. Davis, Sean Williamson on camera, and the man who makes everything go, Adam Thompson. We'll step away real quick for the Star Spangled Banner.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health, to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Welcome back, folks. Like I said, I'm Zach Truax alongside J.R. Davis, Sean Williamson on camera.
Knox County Chamber member. Now offering
Folks,
premier
we've
card
got some great K-Maction in store for you tonight. But this isn't your typical run the ball between the tackles K-Mac game. We're here at Northmore High School, where the Golden Knights are hosting the East Knox Bulldogs on homecoming. The quarterbacks in this game are currently number 1 and number 2 in the conference in passing and have combined for over 2,000 yards this season. Not to mention, both teams feature the top 2 tacklers in the K-Mac. Sound the air raid sirens at the castle. We've got a good one in front of us tonight, folks. As the teams come on the field, we'll first introduce the East Knox Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are off to a 1-5 start on the season, but 2 of those losses were by just a single point. Awesome. Tonight, the Bulldogs are looking to get the season back on track here at the Castle, and Northmore is standing in their way in what looks like a competitive game. So we'll take a look at who the Bulldogs need to have a big night, and that will be the arm of quarterback Jax Lester. He is currently leading the K-Mac with 1,213 yards with 15 touchdowns against 6 interceptions. He's completing just under 60% of his passes, but has thrown 6 interceptions in 6 games. East Knox will need a big game from Lester to get the much-needed upset win tonight. And now let's take a look at the Northmore Golden Knights. Following a historic season last year, Northmore is currently 3-3 on the season and looking to climb in the computer point standings. Currently, Northmore is in the 12th and final playoff spot in Region 23 of Division 6. So who does Northmore need to have a big night from? Well, that will be none other than their quarterback, and it's a quarterback kind of night here on the K-Mac, or in the K-Mac on the OH Report. And our home player spotlight is currently number 2 ranked quarterback in the K-Mac with 981 yards and 9 touchdowns with a completion rate of just over 60% against 6 interceptions. As we get set for kickoff, we'll take a look at the keys to victory, the first chance we get, and that'll be right now. So for Northmore, it's going to be on offense, create balance, a little more run to open up that passing game, and on defense, get after the quarterback. They've got a couple guys with 4.5 sacks. And Northmore won the toss, deferred to the second half, so East Knox is on to kickoff. Number 7 for East Knox is a short kick and covered. Boy, that might have gone out of bounds, but quickly covered by number 5 for Northmore, Brady Carr. And for the Bulldogs, the keys to victory. Much like the Golden Knights, the Bulldogs are going to have the same keys to victory, but they need to protect the football just a little better and sustain the long scoring drives to keep that Northmore offense off the field. And on defense, East Knox needs to create some turnovers, something they haven't done a whole lot this year. So when that ball's in the air, you're a ball hawk, go get it. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Knights on the 35-yard line. Quarterback Tanner Mikey, 147 completions, 981 yards, 9 touchdowns. And the handoff is to the fullback, Carson Campbell. Tanner Miley, the quarterback. And that's what I was talking about earlier, JR. Right away, Northmore looking to create balance with run, and that one is sniffed out quick. 12, the halfback, Garrett Deesh, thrown for a loss.
Yeah, trying to establish the run early, like you said, to create that balance, but now that kind of sets them up in there. But they're not uncomfortable now. They're still able to throw the ball, in what they want to do now.
Playbook wide open here for Northmore on this first drive.
I did notice that first play, they had a trip set, and the far receiver at the top of the screen for us was one-on-one up top. So I don't know if we'll revisit that later on here.
They come out with Miley in the gun. That's Campbell next to him, Carson Campbell next to him.
Look for Tanner to run, too.
Got the out route to number 5. That is Brady Carr for Northmore. 5'8", 145-pound senior. And a heck of a wrestler, too.
Oh, yeah.
Gets him ahead to first down.
Yeah, good little quick out right there, and able to, was at the 1 yard away from the sticks there and broke a tackle, broke it for a little bit longer than that.
Jay was really surprised how soft coverage East Knox had there on 3rd and medium to 3rd and long.
Yeah, usually you want to put your heels at the sticks to where where the first down is. You can't go back further than that, so that was a little surprising for them.
Twins right, halfback to the left, fullback in the sidecar next to Miley. Miley with the ball, surveys, puts it up in the air, got the man open again, and that's another deep out, and that is number
14.
Number 14 for Northmore.
Brad Bowen.
Brad Bowen. 6 foot, 150-pound sophomore. Another big chunk gain for Northmore as the playbook is wide open on 1st and 10.
Yeah, back to what they're doing comfortable, just throwing the ball. They try to do a little run and kind of set them back a little bit. Now they're more comfortable just throwing it where they want to.
Here's that Twins left, the H-backs to the right. Man in motion, Miley surveys, short pass, bubble screen. Number 6 has the ball, and that is Connor Stockdale. Stockdale is the main target for Miley this year. Stockdale, 155 pounds, 30 receptions, 415 yards, 5 touchdowns. He is number 1 in the KMAC in receiving yards.
Yeah, it looked like if you cut back inside on that one, he didn't read the block real well on that bubble there. He tried to force it outside, and he didn't get much on that.
Went straight backwards on that to create a second, and they're gonna call it 7. I actually got a few yards on my bad. Miley with the ball. It's a handoff to number 23, Carson Campbell, and he goes straight back. East Knox was having none of that on the replay.
Yeah, I was looking up top. And once again, I wonder if they're going to go to it at some point. There's a one-on-one matchup up top by himself.
They pulled the guard, and the center just was not able to get down and get that blocked up.
Yeah, doing something they're not comfortable with. But now 3rd and long, break this down to make it a shorter 4th down for them, so it doesn't have to get it all in one play.
Trips right, single back in the sidecar next to Miley. That's Stockdale in motion. They send East Knox wisely sends 2 guys to Stockdale. Miley puts it up. Oh, Stockdale almost comes down with it. You can see the attention East Knox is paying to Stockdale. He goes in motion. They send 2 guys with him there, JR.
Yeah, that's not a great read, but a heck of a ball there to be able to throw it over the top and still have a chance to make the play there.
Miley trusting his man, putting it up in the double coverage.
Yeah, I'm throwing to him no matter what.
Damn the torpedoes, as they say.
Yeah.
Miley throws it right up. So Miley in 4th down, 4th and long. He's in the gun with, looks like Carr next to him.
Wow.
Stockdale in motion. I'm sorry, Brady Carr in motion. And that is going to be close, but it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Looks like he's short.
So get ready for the air horn. It's going to be 1st and 10. East Knox on a turnover on downs. And East Knox takes over 1st and 10 from, they're going to spot it about the 24-yard line. East Knox comes out.
Looks like trip's right. Once again, you're going to one-on-one up top. Kind of a cover 2 set. Maybe cover 4.
Ball complete. Quarterback senior Jax Lester was looking for Landon Boyd.
Yeah, he tried running before he caught the ball.
Second and 10 on the short pass attempt from Lester to Boyd. Trips right for Lester.
A lot of space up top there, too. A lot of cushion for these corners.
They got one-on-one on to the left. And completes that to number 11, Dakota Cooper.
So when the corners are back that far, it's almost just, easy pitch and catch right there. Throw it short, maybe make a play, and might break it off for longer than it was. But, I mean, it's almost like a run play if you keep throwing those bubbles and, gaining 4 or 5 yards every play.
Get the ball to playmakers in space. Now we go trips left, single receiver right. Boyd in the sidecar next to Lester. Lester, we got a legal procedure there, and that's going to move East Knox back. They had the right down and distance here, but they're going to move straight back. Definitely not hitting the air horn for that.
Yeah, the interesting part, if you look at that replay, look how far back the corners are on that. We talked about the previous possession of how far back they were, and it was a quick, easy pitch and catch for them to get the first down. So that's surprising for me because up top, the corner was bailing too. So that's even more weirder for me.
It seems like both teams are trying to keep everything in front of them and prevent the breakout play, the long play. Trips left, single receiver right. Boyd in the sidecar. Lester with the ball. Surveys. Puts it up and picked off. Number 6 for Northmore. That is Connor Stockdale. Stockdale getting the reception on the other end with an interception, and that'll set up Northmore inside East Knox territory.
Just a lot of black jerseys in that area. It was like kind of like you were throwing it, hoping for something there, but just unfortunate.
Boy, East Knox has put the ball in harm's way. That's Lester's 7th interception on the year, and comes at a costly time. Just really read that wrong or incorrectly. Maybe a miscommunication there with number 11, Dakota Cooper. But Northmore comes out on offense after that turnover, and they will take over at about the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs. Miley, quarterback.
Yeah, Twins left here.
Twins left, single back. This can be a handoff up the middle. That's good running good running room for Carson Campbell. And trying to create that little bit of balance.
Yeah, because if not, I mean, it's like you said, like the corners and everybody's bailing back. So if you can get some cheap yards here, it makes a 2nd and 3rd down a lot easier.
You got to make them respect the run. They're just dropping everybody back. Twins left, H-back to the right. Miley tipped at the line of scrimmage, but caught. And that's Stockdale down the sidelines looking for the end zone. And that is number 6, Connor Stockdale, won his 6th touchdown on the season. Makes it Northmore 6, East Knox 0, 7:25 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, just a clear out slant. Oh, that's awesome back there. I love small town football.
Listen, we have dueling air horns tonight.
Yeah, I mean, coming from Mansfield, we don't see that much. But like I said, it was a clear out slant there and ended up getting tipped, and so Stockdale had to hold his position and hold it, and then come back and broke a couple tackles for the touchdown.
And the PAT is up and good. We'll take a break. When we come back, Northmore kicks off to East Knox. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local trained comfort specialist.
Welcome back to OH Report. This is Zach Truax alongside J.R. Davis, and we're at the Castle for the Northmore Golden Knights and the East Knox Bulldogs on homecoming. Northmore scored on their second possession following a Connor Stockdale interception, and then it was a Connor Stockdale touchdown run after a short pass to make the score 6-0 with the PAT 7-0, and Northmore kicks off. Medium kick. Oh, and it's not fielded cleanly.
Yeah.
And luckily for number 10, Logan Hirschenberg. Luckily for Logan, that ball goes in the end zone, and they get the touchback.
Yeah, it's not like the NFL or college. So once the ball crosses the goal line, before he gets possession of it, then that's when the dead ball, and that ends up being a touchback.
Even if it's touched. If it's touched, once it goes in the end zone. So very fortunate for the Bulldogs there not to get stuck deep as they take over 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Jax Lester, the quarterback. Landon Boyd, number 28, in the sidecars next to him. Trips left, single receiver right.
I'd love to see this one-on-one matchup.
Down at the bottom of the screen, yeah.
Yep.
It's a handoff to Logan Boyd. He bounces out to left, but drugged down by number 23 for Northmore. Carson Campbell with a heck of a tackle there.
They try to bounce it to the outside, but, just like I said, that's not what these teams are known for. They're just known to throw. So, they're trying to create the balance, but, just as of now, just kind of stick what they came with.
Both are little undersized lines. I think the best thing they can do is quick hitters between the tackles.
Yeah, or just quick bubbles like we've been doing. That's almost like a run. Look at the cushion right now. They got everything.
Lester, quarterback, has the ball, surveys, pump fake. Now got a wide open man running down the seam. That's Dakota Cooper, and he is ahead to the 49-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds by number 6, Connor Stockdale. But a big gain on 2nd and long.
Yeah, just a quick shot there. I think it was like a 10-yard hook there, and he caught it and had all the space in the room just because all the DBs and safeties are bailing on every play.
Stockdale is first in the KMAC in receiving, but Cooper and I think it's Fawcett or Beatty are number 3 and 4 in the KMAC. So East Knox with some league leading receivers of their own as Boyd goes in motion. And great call. I love that call, a little quarterback draw. That's a great way to create some balance right there. Jax Lester up the middle. And Lester, he's as big as a fullback. Kid goes like 6'1", 6'2", 190 pounds.
Oh, for sure. And like I said, like you said, with when you spread it out like that, it kind of limits the amount of people in the box. So if you can get those quick hitters, almost like the bubbles we were talking about, just like simple runs and, making those short second downs and third downs a lot shorter.
2nd and 7. Lester in the gun, Boyd to his left. 2 receivers left, H-back in motion, 1 receiver right. Now long pitch to Boyd. Boy, that's a dangerous play. And it's snuffed out right away. Number 79 for Northmore, Jackson Welch.
Yeah, the tackle just didn't get out there. Didn't look, that's the biggest thing. If you're going to go outside, you got to seal the outside on that, and just never got there, and it was an easy play for him.
So 2nd and 7 becomes 3rd and 9 now. And we're set up. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Boyd in the sidecar. Lester at the quarterback spot, calls to the ball, surveys, pressure,
Ooh.
And Northmore is all over him.
Yeah, right up the middle there.
Detweiler is credited with the sack. And it's had no prayer. Northmore was all over it.
Yeah, the right guard just missed his tackle. He came right inside and just beat him.
That's called a lookout block. Yeah. It gets past you. All you can do is yell, "Look out!"
I've heard that one, but on the wrong side of those.
Stockdale and Bowman are back to receive. for Northmore. Oh, that was close. But he does get the punt away. Bolin on the return, catches on the run, and that's going to be a punt that might net 10 yards after the return, but we have a flag.
This might help. Well, we got a hold. I don't know. It's interesting.
Boy, it looks like it's on a tackle. The flag was so close, it might be on the tackle.
I kind of saw a little bit of a block in the back. I don't know if they're going to call it.
Good call.
Yeah.
My man JR on the spot with the block in the back, and so that'll take a punt that was going to net 10, and that punt's going to net about 25 after the penalty.
Yeah, it's one of those is like the guy cut back and he stopped, and then therefore the DB, the guy blocking ended up, had no choice. Yeah, had no choice but to block him in the back.
So Northmore takes over on offense. Miley now with 10 touchdowns on the year.
Kind of a big possession early, if you can get out to a 2-score lead here early.
2 receivers right, H-back left. Miley takes the ball. It's a quarterback draw all the way. Bounces to the outside, has some running room now, and is ahead for a nice gain of it looks like about 6 or 7.
Yeah, the thing about Miley, the difference between him and Lester is that he's not as big as Lester, but he's a little bit bouncier and quicker and all that. That's what I noticed on film a little bit. Was that they spread him out and he was able to just kind of weasel his way through a lot of the defense.
Miley in the quarterback spot. Carson Campbell next to him and they get East Knox to jump. That's going to be a free first down. Other KMAC games, Centerburg 16, Mount Gilead nothing.
Oh boy!
And Mount Gilead, as well as they run the ball, they ain't built to play from behind. Centerburg is built to play with the lead. 2 receivers right, H-back left. Campbell with the ball, and he pushes ahead for a few yards.
Yeah, I'm glad they're running it a little bit because going into this game with how much they pass, I told you before the game I think this game is going to end at 11 o'clock with all the passing.
really nice kick out block by the guard too to seal that.
Yeah. So, but like you said from the beginning, creating a balance there, kind of forcing the DBs. The more they run, they're having to keep up a little bit, and that might open up the deep ball here.
Man in motion for Miley. Two receivers right, Miley with the ball, quarterback draw right at the middle, love that call, and Miley with some space, and he's ahead for a first down on a run that was about 10 yards on its own, but really like that quick hitter up the middle, JR, the quarterback draw right in the middle, and Northmore getting some nice blocks.
Yeah, Northmore with this hurry-up offense, they're going up to the line. It's like the college football, before the whole headset thing. They're getting the read from the upstairs offense coordinator, seeing what they can do, and then calling the plays.
Miley in the gun, Cam on the sidecar. And it's quarterback draw again. Oh, my gosh. We may see a lot of this and run it until they can stop it, right, JR?
Yeah, it's just one of those. It's just like they're seeing the numbers in the box, and they like the numbers that they have compared to what, East Knox is. It's one of those, also East Knox may want to call a timeout and adjust what they're doing here because they're seeing something definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if they go at it again.
Now Meyer looks. He's got number 6 one-on-one. Oh, great catch.
Oh, my gosh.
Connor Stockdale, one-on-one. They could have called interference, no reason. Stockdale with a great catch. Boy, they did call it.
They did call it.
They did call it. And Stockdale with amazing concentration to pull that ball in. You see why Miley put it up to him earlier in double coverage.
Yeah, so, it was a positive play either way because, it was a little bit underthrown, but, that's rewarding a lot of times because with the receiver having to come back, they go right into the DB and ends up being an pass interference. So but heck of a play. Wow.
Miley in the gun, first and goal for the Knights, and it is quarterback draw again, and Miley in for a touchdown. Makes the score Northmore 13, East Knox 0. 2 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, definitely the offensive coordinator for Northmore saw something in that to where they just every time they liked the numbers in the box, and they were, we'll see it here on the replay, kind of only 5 down linemen and 2 backers, and if you split the first guys, then you take the running back to take out the linebacker, and it's a one-on-one.
Yeah, middle linebacker Caden Rittenauer got blocked up on that one, but he goes 6'1", 215 with a league-leading 90 tackles. So Northmore, if you can get ridden out or blocked up in the middle, you've got a chance.
Yeah, it's just, it's a simple game. It's a numbers game.
So the PAT was good. We'll take a break. When we come back, Northmore kicks off again. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Back to the castle, where the Northmore Golden Knights are up 14-0 on homecoming over the visiting East Knox Bulldogs. Now it's number 5, Brady Carr, getting ready to kick the ball off for Northmore, looking for the referees. And the referee now calling for, the referee wants the play clock reset on a kickoff. Let's just let him kick.
Yeah, once you blow it, they'll kick.
Just blow it and they'll kick. You don't have to reset the play clock. We'll get that on the first play offense.
I was going to say, everybody's set. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. That line. Oh, now it's a short kick. And fielded smartly by number 13 for East Knox. That's Carson Fawcett.
Yeah, looking at that score, holy cow.
Oh, Centerburg 24, Mount Gilead nothing. What is going on?
All in the first quarter.
Can't wait to see those replays on the Friday night pigskin.
All 2-point conversions as well.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on about the 31-yard line. On the Bulldog 31-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left for Lester. That's Boyd in the backfield with him. Lester surveys. Pumps. Now pulls it down. Runs off to the left. Got some room. And Lester is ahead for a first down on a quarterback scramble.
So East Knox, I think, got a little lucky on that. I'd like them to start doing keeping up with the bubbles and like just the quick stuff, because the DBs are bailing. It's almost like a run play, and you got to get some yards. You can't just rely on the deep ball every time and the big plays. Now you got a 2nd and 1. You might be able to get away with that, but I'd still, with how far the DB, look how far number 2 is down here. I'd keep throwing the bubbles.
2 receivers right, 1 left for Lester. Boyd in motion. And Lester taking, East Knox now taking a page out of the Northmore playbook with a little quarterback draw right in the middle. That wasn't a first. They didn't give him a first. That was a hometown spot on that last one, I think.
Yeah.
Now the Bulldogs with the first down.
Yeah, just quick stuff. I mean, you gotta get yards every play. It's just one of those. Is like you can't just rely on the deep ball. Especially with the DBs playing so far back. You tried it the one time, it didn't work out.
2nd and 1. I love a deep shot right there. But 2 safeties back now for Northmore. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left for Lester. Boyd in the backfield next to him. Lester pulls up the turf. Quick out to number 11. That is Dakota Cooper on the deep out, and that is ahead for about 4 yards, 3 yards maybe.
It's kind of like 2 years ago when the Browns had Flacco when he came in, and it was just all he did was just dink and dunk. It was very, very close. And then I remember, if you remember the Bears game, he ended up hitting that Amari Cooper deep, and that kind of separated the game a little bit. And it's one of those, it's just keep dinking and dunking, somehow force the DBs to move up a little bit. Then you're able to take those shots. But until they do that, I just keep throwing bubbles and outs, just like that last play.
Well, Northmore playing 2 high safety right now. 1 receiver left, 2 receivers right for Lester. Man in motion. Lester surveys. Oh, that's picked off. Oh, and I don't know what we're going to call here. That's intercepted after the tip, but we have an early flag that almost looks like a holding or a pass interference.
I would say pass interference. I wonder if he got there early.
See it on the replay here. Boy, if he got there early, it wasn't. It was a millisecond early.
He's calling it pass interference.
Wow.
So that's 10 yards.
Very fortunate break for the East Knox Bulldogs to get a free 15 yards on a pass interference call. And that would be a Pioneer Career and Technology Center, first down for the East Knox Bulldogs.
Yeah, got there, I want to say, just half a second. I mean, his bag did look like it was curled a little bit from the push. But
listen, I'm a defensive guy, JR.
And I'm offensive, so that's why.
2 receivers right, 1 left, H-back on the left for Lester. Lester, I like that little fake the quarterback draw, then throws it to Dakota Cooper for a 1st and 10.
After the air horn there. So the only thing you worry about is the lineman downfield, but other than that, I love those plays. It's just like an RPO type thing. If you see it open, if not, tuck it and run.
Yep. Nice little RPO. And I love how their play calling sets up the next play because they ran that quarterback draw earlier for a couple yards. They go back to it on the RPO. Northmore bites hard on the quarterback draw, and Lester able to make the completion to number 11, Dakota Cooper.
Yeah, the more you run the ball, the more it opens up the pass. So
Cooper's having a big game.
Yeah.
That's the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. When we come back, East Knox with the ball and driving.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Welcome back. East Knox on the drive, down 14-0. Start of the second quarter. Trips right, 1 left. Lester with the ball, bubble screen. And that is complete. Trying to get a number on that receiver, but as he pushes ahead, they push a little further for some extra yards. Is going to set up East Knox with a 2nd and short just outside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I go to your money. I'd do that all the way down the field right now, as they have, along with the runs, helping them out a lot with this drive. But just keep dinking and dunking, especially, I mean, it's wild. The safeties, their heels are in the end zone, and the corners are at the 5-yard line. That's nuts to me right now.
Now, those bubble screens get a lot more dangerous now this short because the safeties are walked up so much closer to the line of scrimmage. Trips left for Lester, single receiver right. Boyd in the backfield in the sidecar. High snap. Lester handles it. Throws a quick slant, and it's in for a touchdown. And that looks like
number 11.
Number 11, Dakota Cooper, on the touchdown grab for East Knox as they get on the board to start the second quarter. PAT ensuing.
Biggest thing for that drive was they were able to, have a little run game. That opened up a lot, and especially on that big play that they had with the RPO, with the fake Tim Tebow dive.
The pass interference call didn't hurt either. And that is mishandled snap. Boy, I'd like to see the replay on that.
So I think it was a bad snap, but the guy got it down, but the kicker didn't believe him.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad of a snap.
Yeah, the kicker
a little high, maybe, but not bad. Just the kicker got trusted a little more.
Yeah, the kicker didn't like you said, didn't trust it and assumed that it was going to be a bad snap. But
JR, Ashland 13, senior nothing. Sorry, buddy.
Oh man, I enjoyed the run we had.
It was a good run.
That was
good while it lasted.
Oh my gosh, yeah, man.
And peeking in here, no one, and I mean nobody, expected Centerburg 32, Mount Gilead 0. Is that being played at Centerburg or Mount Gilead, AT? It's at Centerburg. Wow. I mean no one. There's not a person in the KMAC that expected that score this early in the game.
Yeah.
East Knox set the kickoff. They missed the PAT, down 14-6.
Watch for an onside here. They did it in the beginning here. I wonder if they're doing it again. Nope. Kind of.
And it's fielded, picked up, returned to the sidelines, number 6. And he's got room. That's Stockdale, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. He's across the side. This is trouble for East Knox. Stockdale in the clear. Breaks another tackle. Dragging guys along. Pushing ahead. Connor Stockdale. Woo, have a night. What a return. 1 tackle, 2 tackles, 3 broken, 4 broken tackles.
Wow. I was getting ready to start talking about the offensive drive there.
Stockdale breaks 4 tackles and takes a number 3 for a ride.
If you would got a tighter jersey, you know, that's a touchdown.
And that sets up Northmore nicely around the 29-yard line of East Knox. East Knox was just starting to claw their way back into this thing, and Northmore starts to slam the door shut. 2 receivers right for Miley, H-back left. Little play action, got a man wide open. Number 12 for Northmore, Garrett Desch, senior, 5'11", 195 pounds, and in one play, Northmore is first and goal.
Yeah, it's just a little tight end, like corner route there, you know, and Miley saw him out the whole way, and the safety was the only one that was able to cover him.
Desch lined up typically, some people call it the wing back, a lot of guys call it the H-back now, do a lot of blocking, but wide open on that play as East Knox forgot about him. We got twins right, man in motion, but they're clearing this out, and it's a run right in the middle. Number 23, Carson Campbell ahead for a touchdown, and Northmore quickly answers with a touchdown of their own on a long kickoff return by number 6, Connor Stockdale. Carson Campbell finished the drive with a touchdown.
Little air horn battle we got going on here.
Yeah, the air horn battle, yeah. I'm going to be hitting the ibuprofen about the time I'm leaving the parking lot. Usually I'm the loudest thing in the stadium, but tonight the air horns win.
Yeah.
Carson Beck, snap, Miley to hold, and that PAT by Brady Carr is blocked.
That's big.
And so that makes it still a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that tight end, I mean, the biggest thing about that tight end was, you know, he was not, I don't think he's went out for many passes. And so for the safety kind of lulled him to sleep, you know, to where he didn't know he was going to be out there. And then he looks and he's like, oh crap, he's got to go over there and cover.
We'll take a break. When we come back, Northmore kicks off.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Welcome back to the Castle as Northmore gets ready to kick off. 10 minutes, 42 seconds left in the second quarter, up 20-6. Middle kickoff, fielded by the deep man. That's Dakota Cooper running to his left, and he is forced out by a trio of Golden Knights.
Yeah, so the toughest thing coming into this drive, you know, it's like you felt all the momentum, you know, you got in there, scored a touchdown how you wanted to. You started, you know, established a little bit of the run. Then you got the missed extra point, and then you got the big return, ends up leading to another touchdown. So, you know, they kind of start fresh, you know, get back what you want to do, running the ball a little bit. But other than that, you know, throw the ball, you know, get your chunk plays a little bit.
In more came action, Danville currently leading Cardington 16-6. And East Knox comes out here with 2 receivers right, H-back left, receiver left, Boyd in the backfield. Miley pitches to Boyd on that stretch play. Oh, absolutely snuffed out. Wow. Brady Carr saw that thing coming from a mile away and rocketed in like an absolute missile, and that is your first Truax woo hit of the night. Boom! Oh, that's a beautiful double leg by Carr, too.
Yeah, the far receiver just didn't get out there and block, and you know, it was an open season for him.
2nd and 16 for the Bulldogs, and they desperately need a strong drive here.
You know, like I stick with the bubble, get some yards here, make it a 3rd and manageable.
Boy, time running out. 5 seconds on the play clock now. The Bulldogs just getting lined up. Boy, they might have to take a timeout here. Just get the ball snapped, and it's a quarterback draw. And Lester pushes ahead for just a couple yards, but that took a long time to get that play in, and it seemed a little rushed. Didn't get it blocked up real well. And now we're in 3rd and about 14. They're calling it 3rd and 15 on the scoreboard. Lester in a tough spot right here. And Northmore sticking with the 2 high safeties.
Yeah, I'd stick, probably do something short, and hopefully you can break it off here. Be smart about this play.
Boyd in motion. Lester with the ball. Surveys. Pitches it, gets it underneath the Boyd. Boyd makes a man miss. He's got some room. And this is going to be close.
1 yard short.
Great run. Was that completed to Boyd? No, I'm sorry. Rush Beatty. Rush Beatty wearing number 30 tonight.
Yeah, I forgot
The many
about that.
numbers of Rush Beatty could be 1, could be 33. They elected to put Rush in at number 30 tonight. Really nice run by Rush, and it looks like East Knox might go for it here. Going to a power I set.
Push. 1st down.
Great run by Lester. Just kind of picked out that gap.
Yeah.
Got through for a 1st down.
The fullback looked like number 30. Looked like he was ready for the tush push there.
Yeah, he was in the full 100 meter dash stance.
Yeah, it's like a wrestling move there.
Well, Lester might have had some bruises on his backside had he not got that 1st down right away, because that fullback was in the rocket position. 1st and 10. That's a Pioneer Career and Technologies. Pioneer Career and Tech Center 1st down. I'll get it out. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right, H-back right for Lester. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback. Oh, there's an RPO again. Oh. And Dakota Cooper just tried to run before he secured the ball, but that RPO working so well.
Yeah, so he's reading 23 on that. The 23 comes in for the run, and he's able just to stop and throw on that. If he kind of falls back to that, he just continues the run on that.
Really run out of 50-50 tickets tonight.
And it's homecoming.
And the 50-50 tickets tonight benefit the young man from East Knox.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
cancer.
Okay.
So, so kudos to all the folks about 50-50 tonight.
They extended it to the 3rd quarter.
Lester looking for just a second, an instant too long. Accord with the sack. And that pushes East Knox backwards again, but this time it's 3rd and 15. And Lester just with an instant too long. I think with that, it seems to me the Northmore D-line has got the advantage. And if Lester's going to complete passes, the ball's got to come out in about 1.5 to 2 seconds.
Yeah, and he just second-guessed himself. I mean, it was open. It looked like it was, and it just he just, like I said, second-guessed and ended up resulting in a sack.
2 receivers left, 1 right, low snap. But now pitch ahead to Boyd, and that's dangerous. I think Northmore says they have it, and they might.
So he tried like a little shovel pass, and I think number 33 didn't catch it fully, so it ends up, looks like a fumble, but it's just an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass on 4th and long. Interesting call on 4th and long right there.
And it's, like I mentioned before on the last drive, and they ended up getting the 1st down. It was, be smart about it. You don't want to, don't want to ruin it. You don't want to give up a big lead. And try to throw something deep and end up getting picked off.
So a promising drive snuffed out. Northmore with 2 men back to receive the punt. And don't let that ball go to Stockdale, and it does. Stockdale fumbles it, though. Reverses his field.
Oh, boy.
35, he's got some room, pushes ahead. Boy, Stockdale is electric with the ball in his hand. Stockdale gets it to the 43 where Northmore takes over close to midfield. And, boy, if Northmore can score here, things start to look very dire for East Knox. Yeah, as Northmore has controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and so like Northmore last drive, they didn't get a really chance because they had the ball on like the 20-yard line to start off. But, if they get a chance to run the ball a little bit, kind of bleed some clock, they have the lead, they're comfortable. They kind of almost have this game in control right now. So, keep establishing the run and, be able to break off that deep ball again like they did to Stockdale.
Northmore comes out on offense. Miley at the quarterback spot. So far winning the duels of quarterbacks. Winning the quarterback duel, I should say.
Looks like Mount Gilead finally got a stop.
Campbell in the sidecar. Miley surveys. There's their own pop pass. Wide open number 14. He's got some room. Brad Bolin down the sidelines. See ya.
I was wondering about that. I think they're going to call illegal men downfield. Because, I mean, holy cow, the whole team was way downfield. I understand it was a screen, but it looked like the way where he caught the ball. We have to, if we get a replay of that, where he caught it.
If he catches it behind the line, no, he's clearly beyond the line of scrimmage, right?
Yeah,
well, 68, 79.
Yeah, they are.
They're almost.
No. I think they are going to take it back. If we look at the replay, I think
was he behind the line of scrimmage?
I think he was behind the line. It just looked wild because you were right. The 79 and all those guys were at the other 40 by the time that he caught the ball.
So number 14 for Northmore, Brad Bolin, the 6 foot, 150-pound sophomore, with a long touchdown reception off a screen pass.
It was right at the line of scrimmage.
Really well executed for him to stay on the proper side of the line of scrimmage to not draw the legal man down field call. And we'll see if the operation is a little smoother this time. And the East Knox coach wants a word.
Yeah, I know Huddle's jumped up their game a little bit, but I mean, it was right on the line. Now, if he's 1 yard back, that ends up being a good call, to get that call to stand.
So the referee is explaining to the East Knox coaches exactly why that flag was picked up. And when you said illegal man downfield, I thought it felt like he caught the ball,
It was just a long developing screenplay. Usually, I guess it wasn't that bad. The linemen were just flying down the field.
Yeah.
Usually the screenplays, when you get the linemen probably 10, 15 yards downfield to take out the linebackers, and that's really all you have to worry about. Those guys were already taking out safeties and everything, so that's why it was such a great play.
We'll see if the operation is a little smoother this time for Northmore, and it is. The kick is up. And it is good. That makes it your score, Northmore 27. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Northmore 27. The visiting East Knox Bulldogs 6. We'll take a break. When we come back, Northmore kicks off.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Brady Carr taking off for the Golden Knights here at the Castle, as on homecoming, Northmore's in a comfortable lead, 27-6. And that ball fielded by Dakota Cooper. And he is wrangled down. Really nice effort there by number 2, Bryson Baker, to fight off that block and make the tackle. Wow. Get you a helmet sticker right there, Mr. Baker. Good effort.
So plenty of time here for drive. You got to get points on this drive. Try to keep it within the, before going into half. I think Northmore got the ball to start the second half, or start the first half. So they're going to get the ball to start the second half. So, Bill Belichick talks about the middle 8, the last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half.
So Northmore now in a single high safety, 2 receivers right for Lester, 1 left. Got the deep out, and boom! There's your next woo hit. Number 5, Brady Carr. That's 2 woo hits for Carr tonight. He looks like a man on a mission for Northmore, and the East Knox receiver is slow to get up. Carr was an absolute missile. Beautiful hit by Carr.
Yeah, tough thing with that. He rolled right, and it was a quick out. Kind of set him up that the Carr saw. It was a Carr, right?
Yeah.
Carr saw it early and was able to kind of break on it a lot earlier.
Boy, As fast as Carr is flying up, how much do you want to see Lester give him a little, run that same play and give him a little shoulder pump on the screen, and then look for a man over the top? Because Carr is screaming up on run support right now.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's just that, with how far back they're playing, they're keeping everything in front. And so, that's why you dink and dunk a lot of times. And the more you do that, the more you're able to start, get a pump fake. But the other thing, too, is you got to be able to block it.
You got to be able to block. Yeah, block long enough to do it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be quick. It's got to be boom, give him the shoulder, and then just throw it out for your receiver to run under. Don't try and throw it to your receiver. Throw it out there, let him run under it. So East Knox now with 2nd and 7. Boyd in the sidecar, and we got a stoppage in play.
Yeah, a lot of running around on the
timeout,
backfield.
East Knox. They were down to 5 seconds on the play clock. So a wise use of a timeout there by the East Knox coaches. I just heard a score update and more Kame action. This is a bit of a surprising one. Fredericktown 7, Loudonville 0 in the second quarter. My Redbirds hanging around a little bit here, trying to pull off a upset in the battle of the birds. The Freddies have the Cardinal mascot, Loudonville with the obvious Redbird mascot. And that's the shocker. Centerburg 32, Mount Gilead 0. It looks like Mount Gilead's, well, I was going to say, looks like they fall.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, someone's just ended up on a highlight reel.
Are they playing in a mud pit? I mean, they watered the field before the game? There's like 3 guys that fell.
Mount Gilead is used to playing on beautiful Bermuda grass.
Yeah.
But back to action here. 3 receivers left for Lester. Boyd in the sidecar. Lester surveys. There we go. Putting it up deep, but that is trouble. And simultaneous possession
They're going to give it to him.
go to the receiver, and that is number 15, Logan Clark.
If we look at the replay here, they don't have the chance for a replay. It looks like the ball hits the ground.
It certainly does.
Yeah. We had the perfect zoom, perfect camera angle for that.
Great.
But high school football, you don't have to worry about that.
Don't have to worry about that. Great camera work by Sean Williamson. Shane Young.
Oh, no.
My bad.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. Sorry, Shane. Oh, it's a super slow-mo. AT's got it slowed way down, frame by frame. And, yep. Back to action here. There's that stretch play to Boyd. And East Knox has sniffed that out so many times. I can't believe Northmore has sniffed that out so many times. I can't believe East Knox keeps going back to that stretch play.
Yeah, I just don't think the tackle's getting out there. Yeah, the tackle's not sealing, so he makes him cut back, and that's what, tackle's got to be, his first step's got to be to the right, able to seal 67 from, to even have that play, have a chance.
Well, I think the defensive tackles, too, are taking it came an outside angle, too, because they're so used to pass rushing.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? If you can't establish the middle run, you can't establish the outside run because the defensive ends don't respect it.
Well, then if that case, you kind of go with them, take them more, and then you're able to, open it up.
Lester on a quick pass now to number 16, and that is 15, I'm sorry. That is Logan Clark, number 15. And he's ahead for about a yard, makes it 3rd and 9.
Yeah, if the receivers for East Knox can hold their blocks just a little bit longer, these plays are going to work. It's just I think they're initially engaging and just losing the grip.
3 receivers now for Lester. Boyd in the sidecar, one left. Lester looks right, rolls right, pump fake. There's that pump that we talked about. But like you said, JR, you got to be able to block it. And Lester is sacked by number 79 for Northmore.
Yeah, so that's not a bad
Welsh.
It's not a bad play call for, like we were talking about, that type of situation. We're setting it up. But when it's 3rd and long, they're already expecting a deep ball, so they're not really looking to jump. If it was like a 1st or 2nd down play where they're like, okay, they're trying to get some yards to get the 1st down, to make it a shorter, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. Punting formation now for East Knox. 2 men back on the dangerous Stockdale. Punt it right. Punt it right. Oh, he punts it left to Stockdale.
Smart.
Oh, no, Stockdale was set up left that time. Stockdale was set up left, so nice punting by East Knox to keep it away from Stockdale and pin Northmore inside the 20-yard line.
So the way Northmore's driving and scoring these, pretty quickly, I mean, that's not out of the realm that they can't score here again, which that, honestly might just put it away. But
Northmore has a chance at the so much coveted double possession right now. 3:36 on the clock, drive down, score with just a little bit of time left, kick off, get a stop, and then receive the ball to start the second half. The much coveted double possession.
39-0 now.
Wow.
I think it's just one of those as Mount Gilead. You just can't get the run game going, and you're probably almost like 3 and out and then kick in and just able to score real quick. Or there's turnovers. Obviously, I don't know how it's going. It might be turnovers as well.
Northmore out, and Northmore now in a bunch set, kind of a power run formation here for Miley, and that's a handoff, and that looks like it's Carson Campbell, and Northmore looking to try to salt this thing away, going in, with 3:25 left to go in a half. I think if I'm looking across the field at the #1 passer in the K-Mac, I'm not taking my foot off the gas pedal.
Well, they did score. They scored off just a simple screenplay. So, maybe they're hoping they can break one off and kind of maybe East Knox is just down a little bit maybe.
Double tights again for East Knox. Power run formation, almost a wing T formation, really.
It's a tight spread.
Miley looks, surveys, and throws it right behind Carson Campbell.
Yeah, I thought the action would be up top there. Had a bunch of receivers over there, but I guess they're trying to sneak them out. So
3rd and long now for Northmore after some head-scratching formations and calls.
Well, now, East Knox gets a stop here. They got a chance.
They got a chance, yeah. Only down 3 possessions.
Big thing is they got to get a stop.
Northmore with just a single receiver to the left now in that bunch formation again. 2 receivers right, but it's kind of a, remember, receivers more of an H-back and a double H-back set almost.
Yeah.
And we have a timeout. Northmore calls a timeout. Just 9 seconds left on the play clock. We'll keep it right here during this timeout.
It turned into a quick, we were talking about, trying to extend the lead here and turn into a kind of a big possession here, or big play.
And they took over with 2 minutes and,
just over
3 minutes and
yeah.
30 seconds left, and they're only down to 250. If you're going to try and salt the game away, run the ball, at least let the play clock run. But now Northmore, after an incompletion, now calls timeout. They still have 2 left. I always felt like that first timeout was a throwaway timeout, though, JR. I felt like you had 2 timeouts in every half, and that third one, just throw it away, use it whenever you want to.
Yeah, defensive, I like that for the first half. The second half, I like to keep as many as I can, especially if we get for East Knox a situation where if they get a chance late in the game, they may have to burn all 3 to get, steal a possession.
We don't get to take them in the second half.
Right.
And now Northmore with a little more traditional set for them. 1 receiver left, 2 receivers right, 14 in motion. That's Bolin in motion. Miley with the ball, surveys, puts it up.
Tipped.
And that is complete to Bolin.
Saves a timeout.
No, they're going to call it incomplete.
Saves a timeout for East Knox, so they're going to get the ball with just about 2:30 left. And really good field position. I'm not sure how good the punter is here, but they're going to be on the inside. They're going to be on their territory, Northmore's territory.
Brady Carr's been handling most of the kicking duties for Northmore. Very versatile athlete. But no, that looks like Carson Campbell back now for Northmore.
Got the fighting Bryce Hills for Crestview, one of their receiver
Great
coaches.
punt. Fielded by number 11, Dakota Cooper, but a really terrific punt by Carson Campbell. Skies it way up there, lets his guys get under it. Dakota Cooper wise to call a fair catch there.
Yeah, big possession here for East Knox here. They got to get points.
East Knox in good field position. I can't imagine they don't go for it on 4th down here, no matter where they're at in the field.
Right, and like I said, we've been saying this the whole half. Northmore's playing back. Take your chunk plays. If bubble, whatever you got to do, and then maybe try to deep ball. Try to see what happens.
Northmore 2 high safety again. 2 receivers right for Lester. 1 receiver left. Boyd in the sidecar. Man in motion. Lester surveys. Quick bubble screen. Blocked much better this time. Dakota Cooper with the ball, and he's ahead for about 7 yards.
Yeah, so they try to run a screen to the right, with, bringing out some linemen to block, but it's tough when you're on the left side of the hash and you want to, throwing the bubble on the right side. It's kind of a more play where you got, on the right side, your linemen are able to go out there and block.
Blocked up much better, as you said, by the receivers that time, though,
yeah.
JR. Clock running, 2:12. Plenty of time here for East Knox as they get on the good side of the 50 for them. 3 receivers left now for Lester. 1 right, Boyd in the sidecar. Lester calls the ball, surveys. Looks deep. We're going to have a holding. Lester rolls to his right, breaks out on a scramble, but more than likely a holding call, which is going to take East Knox back quite a bit because that holding was called way, in the backfield. The right tackle got a handful of jersey. What kills you is from the spot of the foul. And the holding occurred about 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So it's 10 yards. So it's not a loss of 16. It's a spot foul. Okay. They didn't. He called it as a spot foul.
He hasn't enforced it yet.
But he hasn't enforced it as a spot foul. They moved it 10 yards back from where the ball was spotted.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder if they declined it.
No, because the ball moved back. They moved it. It was.
Oh yeah.
Second short. But Northmore all over him again. It's not going to matter as the Golden Knights, the D line, has their ears absolutely pinned back.
So a way to kind of, almost like when I was doing middle school, kind of make it simple to like kind of slow up the rush that you got coming in is, keep it simple. Go on 2. Make the defense jump. Now they're on their heels to where they're not really, as soon as you say go, they're flying out. Another thing, too, is you dump in a screen right behind them. Okay, now they're more timid to even go flying up at you as well. So, mix in a little dump screen there, especially now 3rd and 17. They're going to pin their ears back and try to go get you, make it even worse of a 4th down for this. Throw a little dump screen like they did for Northmore that ended up scoring a touchdown.
Well, Northmore getting pressure with just their down lineman. Number 67 defensive lineman Rodney Accord credited with the sack, 6 foot 220. Accord down with a couple of sacks on tonight. He came in with 4.5 sacks. He's up to at least 6 now.
Yeah, I mean the line's got to find something. Because of how far back they are right now, they're going to be throwing the ball, so they got to find some way to protect them. It's got to be a lot longer than 2.
Do you throw the ball here or do you run it, get tackled, and let the clock run as much as you can before you punt it?
I like that middle screen. In my opinion,
whatever you do, it's got to be completed. You can't let the ball hit the ground. And it's pitched. You got a halfback pass, looking for it all. Oh, almost pulled down, but great play by number 2 for East Knox, Bryson Baker. Really nice play to swat it away in a one-on-one situation.
He almost came down with it. Yeah.
Gets his head turned around so he doesn't get the pass interference because it was underthrown. So many times you see high school kids get a pass interference on an underthrown ball, but Baker gets his head turned around, plays the ball, swipes through it, and forces a 4th down.
Just like we were talking about, now there's 1:39 left, so that still gives Northmore a chance.
Plenty of time. You did not want the ball hit the ground right there. East Knox running a guy on late. Kick it away from Stockdale, and decent punt. Fielded by Stockdale, and he's up right away, and he is making up territory. Oh, and run behind your pads, Connor Stockdale. Whoo! I like the way this kid plays.
Yeah. He's elusive and not afraid to put his shoulder down.
He put his shoulder down. That punt is only going to net. Oh, we got another penalty. What is this? Is this running into is this roughing? No, they didn't touch him.
I wonder if it's
might be a hold.
They're talking to Northmore sideline, so I wonder if it's a hold there.
I move him back and make him repunt it. If I've got Connor Stockdale returning punts, I move him back and make him repunt it.
That's not a bad method, or I wonder if they're talking about assessing it on the kick here, but I don't know if you can do that
at the end of the run.
Yeah. Yeah. The only downside of you doing that, if you were to kick again, I like that method, but with a 1:30 left now, you're taking more time away from the clock. And
man, a 1:30 is about a minute 25 more than my man Stockdale needs to return a punt.
I get it.
We have an early leader for player of the game already. And we got 3 receivers right. for Northmore, and East Knox better identify where Stockdale is and roll help over that way. Stockdale looks like he's set up on the left. Now we got 5 wide. And complete to Bolin, number 14.
Good hit there.
But well tackled, but enough for a first down. And Northmore is on the drive. Minute 18 left, clock running. 1st and 10 for Northmore. Getting the play call. Again, I think they still have plenty of time. They have
one timeout.
One timeout left.
Yep.
Miley with the call now. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left.
Uh-oh. Oh, that should be illegal.
Campbell in motion.
Yeah, there it is.
And Miley's pass is completed. Connor Stockdale. I don't know how we don't have a flag on the far side, too.
So the receiver over here was taking his time getting set, and they put the guy in motion. And while he was in motion, they ran the snap without him getting set again. So
2 men in motion.
Yeah, illegal men in motion.
And that burns off precious time. Now we're at 52 seconds.
Yeah, 2 men. Yeah.
I'm surprised we can get a late hit over here, though. Watch how long Stockdale's out of bounds.
He might,
He might have been in bounds.
Yeah.
Tight roping it.
Small town football. Yeah.
1st and 15 for the Golden Knights. After moving backwards, now it's a little more of a rush situation inside of a minute. Stockdale in motion.
There it is.
And there's the pop pass, number 23, but beautiful play by number 55 for East Knox. That is Caden Ridnour. He has 90 tackles on the year coming in the game. A K-Mac leading 90 tackles. He's at least 91 now. Really well played by Ridnour, tackling a very good athlete in Carson Campbell.
Yeah, if he doesn't get that block or doesn't get that tackle, or excuse me, if he blocks that guy, it's a touchdown.
Yeah. Twins right, twins left. Miley surveys, puts it up, and Campbell catches it and goes out of bounds. 17 seconds left now. Where did all that time go? That huge penalty, the 2 men in motion penalty, absolutely killed him. That play took so much time off the clock, and they went backwards 5 yards.
And the other thing too is when that started, once he chopped it, that clock started. So it wasn't like it started on the on the play. So that kept the clock moving as well.
17 seconds to go and a half.
Keep everything in front of your East Knox.
Stick with us for halftime. We'll have the bands as well as the halftime show. Oh my gosh. Bolin.
There's your dude.
No, Stockdale is loose. Stockdale in the end zone.
Oh my gosh.
With 8 seconds left, Stockdale scores a touchdown, an absolute dagger. Absolute dagger as Northmore will get the ball to start the second half. When in doubt, throw it to number 6.
That's
having a career night.
That is a West Holmes special, that screen, where you pump fake to the right and you have the 2 linemen go backside for a bubble screen there.
I don't think there was enough holding on that play for to be credit to West Holmes. We'll keep it here after the PAT since there's only 8 seconds left in the half.
Blocked.
Yeah, you have to have some offensive linemen tackle linebackers downfield for it to be credited for something West Holmes would do.
Yeah, that's the formation, though.
That's the formation, right?
Yeah. The play design.
Yeah, the grass isn't nearly as high. You need grass that's about knee high, right?
That is a slippery surface.
To replicate West Holmes.
Especially with everybody having turf nowadays. And then you get a little dew on there, too. Everybody's slipping and sliding because they're wearing their turf cleats out there.
They may have turf now. They're doing a heck of a job raising money over there. I give my West Holmes friends a hard time.
Yeah.
But there's a great following over there. Very passionate fan base, and their kids play as hard as anyone else out there.
Baseball, they're not bad. They got a Manny Camacho over there.
Yes. So 33-6 with 8 seconds left to go in the half as Northmore gets ready to kick off. And East Knox might have time to run one play or take a knee, but when we come out, Northmore will get the ball to start the second half and will have a chance at a running clock if they score. Really thought this game would be much more competitive than this. The Bulldogs 1-5, but like I said, 2 of those losses were one-possession games. Monroeville all over Mapleton 56-8.
I think the biggest thing was Northmore being able to establish a run a little bit.
And I like the idea. It's a smart play at the end of half. I like the idea. See if it'll go out of bounds.
Steal the ball at the 40-yard line. You're
going to take a knee anyways. Maybe you get the ball at the 35 and you have to give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
Now just take a knee. But I really like that play by the East Knox returner, right? And to get a number on that returner. But it was a smart play.
Now, extra smart play, he stands out of bounds and touches it.
Yeah, if you put one foot out of bounds, that gets a penalty.
That's 110 IQ there.
East Knox probably taking a knee right here. I can't imagine they're going to run a play. And they do that. We head to halftime here, but when we come back, stick with us. We'll have the bands and then our halftime show live and free on OH Report.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health, to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Today we proudly celebrate a special birthday in honor of a true warrior whose triumph over blood syndrome inspires us all. As we celebrate her life and strength, join me in congratulating and celebrating her life in more ways than one. East Knox cheerleading coach Tammy Clemley. We love you, Tammy, and we stand behind you and every warrior during October's Blood Cancer Awareness Month. Happy birthday, coach. We love you. Thank you to the East Knox Marching Band for their entertaining halftime performance tonight. We wish them the best of luck and for the remainder of their season. We now welcome you to Northmore's portion of the halftime show for Homecoming 2025. For this special evening, we are proud to welcome back 21 Northmore Marching Band alumni and friends to join us on the field. We begin our alumni halftime show with a crowd and band favorite over the years. This is Danger Zone. I'm married.
like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health, to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Welcome back to the Castle, and we are live and free on Norwich Report. I'm Zach Truax alongside J.R. Davis and the Lilly Industries halftime show as Northmore has a commanding 33-6 coming out of the halftime. After two great performances by the bands, Northmore with the alumni band on doing a heck of a job with Barbara Ann, personal favorite of mine. As we see the halftime, we see the first half stats. Northmore in firm control, 12 first downs to 7, 44 rush yards for Northmore to 133 for East Knox, but the passing yards, I'm sorry, no, that's flipped around, AT. The 234 is the passing yards for Northmore, 44 rush yards for Northmore, total yards 278 to 114. The rush yards for East Knox, -19, due large in part to multiple sacks by Northmore. Their AT's getting it cleaned up. 2 turnovers, East Knox, huge. Could not turn the ball over. 3 penalties apiece. The penalty game about even. Jar, what are your reflections on the first half as we see some highlights here?
Yeah, the biggest thing I saw was that, like, one of our key things that you kind of talked about at the beginning of the game was finding a balance, and both teams were looking for a balance. They are prolific throwers, coming into this game. And so if they were able to find somewhat of a balance of running the ball a little bit, that was kind of the key thing. And I think the biggest thing for us biggest thing for East Knox is they just didn't have time to throw the ball. Once they had a chance, they didn't really establish a run. There was a lot of, had to be a lot of quick stuff there. Couldn't really throw the ball deep. Northmore was playing pretty far back, keeping everything in front. So, not establishing the run and being able to, bring them up a little bit, it's kind of killed their game a little, and basically for this game right now.
So the story of the game really on Northmore on the offensive side of the ball has been Connor Stockdale, and on the defensive side of the ball has been that defensive front for Northmore.
Yeah, biggest. I mean, they're just blowing it up. And, when you know it's a pass, it's almost like a Myles Garrett type of. When you know it's a pass, you bring them in. You put your head down and just fly up the field. That kind of takes away a lot of their game. We talked about earlier. They try to get some jets, to the sweeps to the right and left, and their tackles couldn't get outside because the defensive tackles were flying up so far. Expecting a pass all the time, so therefore they couldn't get to the outside, and it kind of blew up the run play too. So, unless the Lester was able to run, for every now and then up the field, they had the one drive where they ended up scoring, which was like the old jump play that they had, and that was because they established a little bit of a run. And so they trusted. They thought that Jax Lester was going to run the ball, and so they flew up, and then it was like an RPO. As soon as they saw a linebacker come up, he dumped it over, turned it into a big 20-yard play.
The aforementioned Stockdale, 98 yards and 4 receptions. Here's the surprising stat though, JR. Bolin, 92 yards on 4 receptions. So Bolin having just as good a game as Stockdale. I think the biggest difference is that Stockdale, was it a punt or a kickoff return?
He had the kickoff return here and a punt return pretty far, too.
Yeah, so Stockdale has been a force on both sides of the ball. Actually, all 3 phases. He had some nice plays on defense. He had the interception early in the game. So he's had a nice punt return, a nice kickoff return, 98 yards of offense. I think 2 touchdowns. He might have 3, but I know for sure Stockdale has 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's quite the game, setting up for the player of the game here later.
Oh, it's easy. Easy call so far. 33, 2 touchdowns. Thank you, AT. 33-6. About 1:45 left to go here at halftime in our Lilly Industries halftime show. That wraps it up for us at the halftime show. As I mentioned, Northmore won the toss, deferred to the second half, and then got the much coveted double possession. They had the ball last in the second half, in the second quarter, the first half. They scored about 8 seconds left, and then they're going to receive the kick. So it is. If you're a coach, you could not plan that out. You could not have executed that game plan any better.
Yeah, it just turns out perfect. You know, it's almost like when you're playing a video game. You know, you try to score at right at the last second. You know, try to put as much points as you can. You know, and you always want to defer to the second half so you can get the ball, keep going, and all that. So, like the Bill Belichick, the biggest part of the game is the middle 8. You know, the last 4 minutes of the first half, the first 4 of the second half. So, looking forward to seeing that here. But looks like I was wondering about that. I thought that it looks like Northmore's kicking off here.
Northmore's kicking off?
Yeah, I thought about that at the beginning. I was, it was so long ago because what time is it? Well, it's 8:30.
Northmore kicked off to start the game.
I think, I was going to say, I think East Knox did. They ended up squibbing the ball here a little bit, I think.
No, Northmore deferred. Did I get that backwards? Did East Knox defer? Maybe?
You sent me a text. Let me see here.
Did I get that backwards?
It's been so much action. Northmore won the toss and deferred.
Yeah, Northmore won the toss. Oh, so, okay, I must have got the backwards in the text. And East Knox, I apologize. My apologies to the people watching at home. I got that backwards. East Knox must have won the toss and deferred to the second half.
You sounded good doing it. So
my fault. It's not my first mistake tonight, and it certainly won't be my last.
Kind of like in Animal House when they were said that, when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
The Germans bombed Pearl
Harbor.
Germans? Yeah, Bluto. Yeah. Bluto's. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
Yeah. The Germans?
Let
he's on a roll.
Great. Animal House. Great movie. So Northmore kicks off. East Knox under the ball. Dakota Cooper looks like handles it. Oh, smacked in there. That's a nice woo hit right there. Had him stood up. That's the next Truax woo hit of the night. Got a guy stood up and just cleaned that thing up. East Knox comes out 1st and 10.
So obviously you need points, but don't do anything crazy because this Northmore's not going to do anything different.
Right in the kisser. Right in the kisser.
Northmore's not going to do anything different. They're going to play everybody back. They're just going to, keep everything in front and make plays and all that. So do what you got to do. Just get some points. It's all about defense right now. You got to be able to get some stops.
Lester with the ball. Surveys. Oh, that's not how you want to start the second half. And he is sacked again to add that negative total. So they went from negative 19 rushing because of those sacks to about negative. Well, we'll see what they mark it here. Welch and
not a good start there. That's
so
9.
So second and 19, so now they're negative 28 rush yards. Northmore too high safety. Lester in the gun. Boyd sitting next to him. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Man in motion. Lester calls to the ball, has it. Better snap this time. Bubble screen. Out to the right. And that receiver is ahead. Number 12, it looks like. Nope. Number 13.
Casey
Fawcett. Stockdale on the tackle. Man, Stockdale's everywhere.
Kind of looked like he misread the block there. I'd like to think, it looked like on the bubble there, he had kind of the other receiver had him sealed to where he's able to go inside and try to bounce it outside. Everybody loves to bounce it outside. Just got to read the butt of the blocker that,
3rd and long now for the Bulldogs. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Lester with the ball, fires it deep out, complete again, but short yardage, and Northmore's keeping everything in front of them.
It's not bad. That's what.
That's Fawcett again.
That's kind of what I'm trying to get them, saying that what they should do is, keep going small, and then, might be able to break a tackle, keep working your way up the field, because Northmore's just going to keep everything in front right now.
It almost replaces the run game, that short pass.
Right.
Two return guys back for East Knox. Stockdale, one of them. Punts away, kicked away from Stockdale wisely. Ball bounces. That was Bolin, the other return man back. Ball rolls and is touched down by East Knox. But Northmore will take over after a 3-and-out. So they do get the coveted double possession. Really, I was wrong, but I was really right.
You did mention it in the first half that, Northmore would kick, and then they get the quick 3-and-out, and you get the ball back and everything. You did say that.
I did say that.
Yeah, we
My man JR is trying to save me, man. He's trying to help me.
I do remember that part. So
1st and 10 for the Golden Knights at the 35-yard line, and knocking on the door of a running clock up 33-6.
So this is, another situation, right, where you kind of want to establish a run here. Get, looks like 2 backs on the same side. That's interesting. Oh, no, never mind.
And that's a handoff right up the middle. Get a number on that runner. Carson Campbell, the ball carrier, right up the middle. And he is ahead for positive yards. Boy, that's how you want to start a second half.
For sure.
That's some K-Maction right there, runner between the tackles. 2 backs in the backfield now for Miley. 2 receivers, one on the right, one on the left. Power run set all the way. Hand off to Campbell again. He puts his foot in the ground, and he is ahead for about 5 more yards. That's going to either be 2nd and an inch or 1st and 10. Let's see if they give, 3rd and an inch. So, yeah, 3rd and about a yard or less.
So if they continue this, form, I assume they're going to run the ball here. But once they get a first down here, there's one-on-one receivers on both sides.
2 backs in the backfield again from Miley. Handoff, no, fake the handoff to Campbell, and they throw it across the middle, intended for Stockdale, but it is incomplete. Wow.
Looks like Miley threw that off his back foot. No? Oh. Okay.
I mean, it's a good call by the officials. Catchable ball. They're going for it on 4th down. 2 backs in the backfield for Miley. Big chance here for East Knox. But Campbell bulls away. Bulls forward for a first down on 4th down. And if I'm Northmore at this point, I think I run it till they stop it.
Yeah, I mean, keep going to the same guy. You don't want to wear him out, though. You know what I'm saying? You got.
Oh, my man's a wrestler. You ain't wearing him out.
I was going to say, big game next week.
8:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2 back set again from Miley. They've been in this set since the start of the 3rd quarter. Now that's a handoff to 12, and he is through. That is Garrett Deesh, and he is gone. Touchdown, Garrett Dish, right up the middle. And that is an absolute heartbreaker for the Bulldogs. Northmore, known to be a passing team, attempted 1 pass on that drive. It was incomplete. Other than that, they ran her right between the tackles and right at East Knox, and East Knox did not have an answer. Dish just put on the Jets, 5'11", 195-pound H-back. And the PAT is up, and it is good. We'll take a break. When we come back, running clock territory with Northmore up 40-6.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Northmore to kick off here. 7:59 to go in the third quarter. Northmore coming out and running the ball in the third quarter effectively between the tackles. Good kickoff. Fielded by the mid-man there for East Knox. Across the left, reverses field, and tackled by a host of Golden Knights. And that was Rush Beatty on the return for East Knox. Tackled by Dish. Dish, 2 big plays back-to-back. Had the long touchdown run, then he gets the tackle on the kickoff. But East Knox takes over in decent field territory. Just got to avoid the sacks, right, JR?
Yeah, avoid the sacks. You know, right now it's kind of almost insurmountable, I would say. So right now, your biggest thing, I'd work on stuff right now. Get some confidence going into next week.
2 receivers right, 1 left for Jax Lester. A little RPO, thrown a little bit high and behind the receiver. Covered really well by Carson Campbell.
It's not like that play's not bad, but the only issue is if you don't establish the run, no one's buying it. You know what I'm saying? So no one's ducking in there.
Now, Campbell had that covered up very nicely. Kind of trailing technique there. Even if it would have been out in front of the receiver, he could have reached through and swiped. So really good coverage here by Campbell. 2 receivers right, 1 left for Lester. Boyd in the sidecar. Lester with the ball. Now hands off to Boyd. He is ahead for a few yards. Ball's out, though. And Northmore is saying they have it, and they do. Oh, that's
tough.
Not what you want. You can just see in the body language of the East Knox players very dejected now. And Northmore takes over deep in East Knox territory, and Northmore has established the run here in the second half. I got to imagine it's going to be the Campbell Dish show between the tackles the rest of the way in. What do you think, JR?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to mention before, it's kind of like, they had some hope going out of starting the second half, getting the ball, but going 3 and out, kind of, all right, kind of, deflates the gate there, deflates everything, and then, a couple runs, it's tough to want to tackle when you're down like that.
6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hand off to Dish again. He's off the right side, up the middle. Oh, my gosh, just running through people. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Campbell. That was Carson Campbell on the long touchdown run. And he is through. Now up 46-6, and the thumping is on at the Castle on homecoming.
Yeah, they had Brady Bolin in there at quarterback.
Oh, good catch. I missed that.
He scored so quickly, that's why.
PAT ensuing. Up, and it is good. Good catch there. Bolin at quarterback. Hand off to Campbell.
Just a simple zone blocking. The guards got up to the second level.
Yeah, getting a hat on a hat.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll stay here. 5:26 to go in the game. Running clock. It stopped momentarily while we changed possessions, but as soon as the kickoff happens, that clock will fire up again. That's the schedule left for the Golden Knights. East Knox, they're firmly in control of this one. Mark them down for a win. But, oh, my. They have Mount Gilead next, and that is going to be an angry Mount Gilead team. Yeah. That's going to be an angry team. You never want to catch a team like Mount Gilead after a loss. Oh, they're going to be upset. Then Cardington, Lincoln, winnable game there, and Loudonville, another winnable game there. So
that's another. I mean, with Mount Gilead, I did one of their games earlier this year. With them being kind of just strictly, the running game that we talked about. I'll go this.
Dakota Cooper with the ball. And he's got a crease right in the middle. Best return of the night. But slow to get up. Beck slow to get up too. So both the players for East Knox and Northmore down on that play. And if it is Cooper down for East Knox, that is a guy they cannot afford to lose. He is by far one of their best threats on offense. We flip back over here to the Centerburg Mount Gilead game, 46-0. Mount Gilead's got a running clock put on them.
Yeah, it's like I said here. I mean, like, you know, that was kind of what I was trying to bring up was that, like, well, here they got a good player right there, you know. But the other thing is that, like, you know, a Northmore team, they get out to a 7-0 lead, they get a stop.
Jared, I want to show you something. I hate to interrupt you, but watch this. This is what turf does. It spoils you. Watch him try and cut off the wrong foot.
Yeah.
Instead of cutting off his outside foot, he tries to cut off his inside foot because he's so spoiled from playing on that Bermuda grass. It's so great to run on it. You know, you got the fundamentals are so important. You got to keep those feet a little wider, cut off that outside foot.
Right.
I hate to interrupt you. Go ahead and say what you're saying.
But what I was going to say was that you know, they're one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? So, Northmore gets out to a quick lead. There you go. They're just slipping again. But, you know, Northmore gets out to a quick lead there. That game, you know, kind of forces them to play from behind. You know, you get a stop, get the ball back, you know. It changes, you know.
Yep. I mean, I called a game. It was Mount Gilead and Fredericktown. Both came in undefeated. Mount Gilead won with a running clock and did not attempt a pass.
Yeah.
Did not attempt it. Didn't throw it once.
The game I did, they threw it twice, and that was because they were in a 2-minute situation going down against Upper Sandusky.
And I'm sorry, that is number 15 for East Knox. Logan Clark, another one of their threats, and he is limping off very gingerly. That is too bad to see for that young man.
For Northmore, too, what we get here.
And he's being helped off. Both players being helped off and needing quite a bit of help to get off. So do not want to see that.
60-something.
Yeah, didn't catch a number on the Northmore player.
I want to say 66. I don't want to.
There's the Carson Campbell touchdown run. So, coming out of that injury timeout, clock running, 1st and 10 for East Knox after a really nice return by Clark, but his night's over with, obviously. Lester in the gun, Boyd next to him. Going to hand off to Boyd right in the middle. Oh, there's a nice run. And Boyd ahead for about 12 yards on 1st and 10. So really nice run by Boyd.
Yeah, it looks like they got most of their starters still out there. I was going to say, I wonder if they put in like the backups, and maybe that's why it opened up. But I mean, I see, you know, familiar numbers out there.
Yeah, Northmore still has their one. Both teams still with their ones in. Clark a big loss for East Knox. Handoff again to Boyd up the middle. He's nicked at the line of scrimmage and gets driven back. Oh, he almost lost the ball again.
Ooh. Yeah, they had the pulling guards, but they didn't really have anybody to block because they were already up in the face of the
Jackson
running back.
McClain with the big hit. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. And Lester stays in the gun. Boyd in the sidecar. Two receivers left. One right with an H-back right. And it is handoff to Boyd again. He's up the middle. Now East Knox starting to establish a little bit of a run.
I was going to say they needed that.
Yeah, they sure do. And it's going to make it 3rd and short. As Landon Boyd has had a nice drive here.
So I've noticed they brought in some linebackers or safeties that cover. It looks like safeties to cover up the number 2s and bring them up a little bit, so to avoid that RPO that we saw earlier, the linebacker crashes in.
Hand off to Boyd again, up the middle. Leans ahead, and he's ahead for another Pioneer Korean Tech Center 1st down.
Still fight. I like it.
I like it.
Yeah, still fight out of them.
Absolutely. We're going to time out. Looks like another injury timeout.
67.
Have we heard an update from Fredericktown Loudonville? That's been the closest game in KMAC tonight, from what I've heard. Last I heard it was 14-7 or 13-7.5. That would be the upset of the weekend in the KMAC if Loudonville could pull that thing off.
Yeah, Mount Gilead trying to get on the board here.
Elder and Mole are going at it tonight. Elder up 15-13 right now. Handoff to Boyd again, it looks like. Slam down, but not before he's ahead for more positive yards.
They found something.
They found this is working. And they're zone blocking too. They're just getting a hat on a hat. Uncovered linemen are climbing to the linebackers. And quick hitters right in the middle. When you know, sometimes when your line isn't the most dominant, zone block, just bam. Quick hitters, yeah. Quick developing plays. And Boyd, that's going to be another close to their first down. Another pioneer career in Tech Center. First down for Boyd.
Yeah, it looks like a little kind of a G power. You have the guard pulling on that, but still zone blocking. Everybody's head on a hat except for you got the guard pulling and lead blocking for
Looking for that kick out block.
Yeah.
Lester still in the shotgun. 2 receivers left. Hand off to Boyd again.
Same play.
Falls forward for positive yards.
If it's working, I get it.
Run it till they stop it.
Yep. Trying to make up the yards. Trying to be even.
Yeah. Those sacks killed him, though.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely killed him. 2 receivers left, 1 right for Lester. Boyd staying in the backfield. It's been the Boyd show here in this drive. Fake handoff to him. Now Lester keeps it. And he punches in the middle, but hits a brick wall. Dish on the tackle. Nice stick by Dish right there. Minute left to go in the third quarter. Clock running.
Now that they're running the ball more, you see more people kind of filling into the box now.
Yep.
So it's leaving more one-on-ones out on the outside.
Now, Boyd will try and bounce it, but he's run out of bounds.
Your dude.
Guess who? Brady Carr having a night on defense. Brady Carr is a heat-seeking missile from his defensive back spot.
Now you're forced to throw. I mean, kind of back in your comfortable situation here, but, 4th and 6. The defense, the DBs are keeping everything in front, so, you can still get away with a bubble, get away with a quick, hitch or something. Number 2 is kind of backed up a little bit.
I kind of like a slant to 13 here.
Yeah, I can see that. The linebacker doesn't fly out. You get it right before it.
2 receivers left, 1 right, and Lester's going to keep it. Oh, great job breaking a tackle, and he's ahead for a first down. That was all Jax Lester effort right there.
I was about to say, I was like, that's an interesting call, but, I mean, it works, so that's why it's you can't question it.
Breaks a tackle there to the line of scrimmage and gets ahead for a first down, but not before we click over into the fourth quarter. When we come back, fourth quarter starts, East Knox on the drive.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Welcome back to Witch Report. Zach Truax alongside J.R. Davis. And fourth quarter starting with Northmore up 47-6. But East Knox on the drive. It's been the Landon Boyd show the whole way. With Brady Lester, just enough Brady Lester sprinkled in to keep him honest. Lester, a really nice effort there on that last run for a first down. And we're still in running clock territory. Even if East Knox scores, we're still in running clock territory. Hand off to Boyd again.
Oh. Get up, number 55. Ooh. That didn't look good on the tackle here.
We'll see it on the replay here.
155, it was 57.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, got his knee kind of bent back there, but luckily my man's okay. Second and about 6.
And that's something you don't want in this situation. Obviously, the game's out of reach, but you don't want to get any injuries for later in the season.
There's your slant pass to 13. We thought we saw it earlier. Incomplete.
Yeah, he's got to
Stockdale. If I'm a quarterback, though, if I see the guy I want to throw the ball to is covered by Stockdale, I'm going to my second option.
Yeah.
I do not want to throw the ball anywhere around that guy because he picks it off. It's going to be about 90 yards the other way.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Carson Fawcett or Cason Fawcett plays basketball. He's got on those plays. You almost got to seal them. Be able to take care of the inside and have yourself a chance to catch that ball.
Body positioning.
Yeah.
Third and about 6. Lester keeps it this time. A little bit of wiggle there, and he is ahead. He might have a first down. East Knox would have a chance to get the first down before they scored, and they certainly did. So it's going to be first and goal from about the 1.
Quarterback sneak here.
I got to think tush push right here. And it's first and goal. Tush push formation for the Bulldogs, and Lester is in.
A flag up top,
and we got a legal procedure, without a doubt. Yep.
Yeah, linemen probably weren't set on that.
So legal procedure on the Bulldogs moves them back 5 yards. They were looking at first and goal from the 1. Now they'll be looking at first and goal from about the 6.
Yeah, in those quarterback sneak situations, obviously you want to get up there and try to get quick, try to catch the defense off guard so you're able to get the few yards, but you also got to make sure that everybody's set on your side too. So.
Yep. Oh, I think I give them the benefit of the doubt there. Down 47-6, running clock. I mean, if they weren't set for a full second, they were set for 0.98 seconds. But it doesn't matter. Lester pushes ahead for about 3 yards. It's going to make it second and goal from about the 3. 9:20 to go in the game. Clock running. And this game now at breakneck pace with the running clock. 2 receivers right for Lester. 1 left, but this is either a handoff to Boyd or a Lester keep up the middle. Oh, no, it's a pass. Lester looking and has a man wide open. Really well-designed play. That's number 13, Cason Fawcett. Had me fooled.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you establish a run.
Yeah.
Now everybody's crashing in hard, and that blows up all the backfield, or it blows up the defense.
Nice little shoulder pump by Lester to pull everyone out to the right, and then comes back into Fawcett for the touchdown. Makes it 47-12. The PAT ensuing for East Knox. Kick is up, and kick is good. We'll take a break. When we come back, East Knox kicks off. Stay with us, live and free on OH Report.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Welcome back to the Castle, live and free on OH Report, as the host Golden Knights are up 47-13 over the visiting Bulldogs on homecoming.
Onside kick time.
Onside kick time, I gotta imagine.
He's trying to see where he wants to kick it.
Yeah, pick out someone with a 5 or a 6 or a 7 in the front of the number. And that he does, but gets through. There's the bats cracking down there. Oh, some dudes got lit up there.
Taking out some anger.
Yeah. Brady Carr recovers for the Golden Knights, but that's exactly, I always say if you're a kicker, you kick it onside, you want to scan that front row and find someone who plays offensive line or defensive line. They're just not used to handling the football. Kick it right at them and hope it bounces off their chest. That way got a little bit too much smoke on it, got right through.
like every movie, like in Waterboy, where he looks at the guy that's shaking too hard and he kicks it right at him.
That's right, kick it right at them. 7:40 clock run, and Northmore takes over. 2-back set again. They ran the ball effectively in our last drive with Campbell and Dish. Let's see if they go back to it. Check and see who's at quarterback this time.
11.
Ball's out.
Uh-oh.
East Knox has it.
Bryson Garris.
Bryson Garris in at quarterback, hands the ball off to, I didn't see who the running back was, but good stick by an East Knox defender there. Jars the ball loose. East Knox has the ball with a touchdown. No more running clock.
Yeah, like I said, they're still fighting. That's the biggest thing.
That is the biggest thing.
Yeah, I'm working towards next week, but I don't know who they got next week, but I mean they're fighting. With it being 12 teams in the playoff now, that's even harder to get in now.
Yeah.
So they're not. I think they were down towards the bottom of the point system.
So East Knox has Fredericktown next week. Fredericktown started off 5-0, lost to Mount Gilead, but bounced back. And last I checked, in a bit of a dogfight tonight with Loudonville. Fredericktown is a good team, but beatable. Loudonville's winning 2014. So Loudonville was actually beating East Knox at one point, lost the game. They were beating Danville at one point in the game, lost the game. So Loudonville's been right there on the cusp. This would be a huge victory for Coach Hannebarger as he starts to turn that program around.
You want to talk about, we watch College Game Day, and they always talk about, like, the trap game, that kind of situation to where, you get so hyped up for that Mount Gilead game, and it ends up being a letdown, and then the next week you don't really put as much pressure into it.
It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks?
I think Fredericktown beat Danville the next week when Loudonville lost to East Knox. I believe so.
Okay, so, but like I said, you go in thinking, all right, we can kind of let the foot off the gas.
Yeah, we got a 2-win team in front of us.
Yeah,
right.
And then that's what happens, They end up storming the field.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know how many people. Probably all 100, but.
The thing is, if you're Fredericktown, you got to look at Loudonville and say, listen, they were beating Danville. They were beating East Knox at one point. They ended up losing those games. This is a quality team. But Fredericktown's got some weapons, so don't count them out till all zeros are on the clock. And
that top official's been on it. I think he's pulling number 22 off the field because of his knees showing.
Yeah, we got some we got some too deep in now. Number 4 for East Knox in at quarterback, Tanner Severt. He is a 6'1", 165-pound sophomore. Run the ball ahead for a few yards here. Elswick, the ball carrier there. So the 2 deep in now for East Knox. Are you surprised by that, JR, with a chance to score and get out of a running clock? East Knox elects to go with the 2 deep now for the rest of the game.
We got, 3 more games after this? Is that right?
Yeah.
3 more games.
Yeah, 3 more games.
Yes, it's nice to get out of the running clock, but, what does that accomplish? You know what I'm saying? So, let's save our men for, or save our guys for the rest of the year, in my opinion.
Severt takes the ball on a quarterback keep off the right side. And it looks like East Knox has Northmore has quite a bit. They're 2 deep in now, too. A lot of these guys are going to see each other tomorrow morning, I imagine.
That's one of the most fun football is, JV football, because you have no idea what you're getting the next day. You have no idea what kids are going to wake up.
Question.
There's some kids that might wake, for Northmore that might miss the bus because they woke up too late,
Without question, the funnest football you'll ever play in your life is Saturday morning football JV.
Yeah.
2 left, 2 right for Severt. Rolls left, launches it up. Oh
my gosh. Oh, that could have got ugly.
Huge impact or huge collision play there.
That could have got
ugly. Number 5 for East Knox, Alex Gunsler. He's going to have a conversation with Severt when he gets back in the huddle.
Oh
hey, bro, a little more of a rope next time, a little less air.
Yeah, that could have got ugly. Oh, my gosh.
Gunsler limping back to the huddle.
It's 4th and 9 here, so I don't know.
4 minutes to go here in the game. Gunsler at quarterback for East Knox. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Single back. Gunsler launches it. Rainbow again. And this time it is picked off. That's as good as a punt.
Yeah.
And it's intercepted by number 16, it looks like.
Yep.
Nolan Miller for Northmore. And just a little too much air under both those balls.
Yeah, tough situation. I mean, you know, not much experience, especially, you know, coming in a varsity game, being able to, you know.
Good teachable moments.
Yeah, try to, you know, get 4th and 9 there.
3:20 left to go in the game, clock running. And Northmore runs on a lot of their youngsters. Well, the 2 deeper in now for both teams.
Yeah, the fun part I had with JV football was that, like, you know, along with what I said with like some of the coaches not, or some of the players not showing up, you know, some of the coaches are like, so I was able to call a lot of my plays too.
Nice. Handoff up the middle to number 9. That is Brody Beck, 6'2", 175-pound sophomore. Yeah, I actually started about halfway through my sophomore year. I won a starting spot on defense. But what I did was I'd show up on Saturday mornings and put a different color jersey on, a different number jersey on, and go play JV.
Yeah.
I had so much fun with it. I was still a sophomore. 2 running backs in the backfield now for Northmore. Looks like Finn Fessler in at quarterback, number 0. Gavin Least, the ball carrier. Tackle there by a youngster for East Knox. 2 minutes and clock counting as JR and I regale our time when we got to play some JV football early in our career. Oh, and they give him the jump, and this is what kills it right now, JR, because the clock will run through a timeout, so the game is probably effectively over now.
Yeah, that's a good little time waster there for sure.
5-yard penalty, and they don't mark it a first down. Come on, guys. We can end the game right here if you marked it a first down. 3rd and about an inch. Finn Fessler, the quarterback.
Uh-oh.
Brody Beck is through.
One guy.
Puts his shoulder down, and the saving tackle made by number 4, Tanner Severt. Severt was playing quarterback on offense, turns around, plays safety, and saves a touchdown. As the Golden Knights set up 1st and 10. Under a minute now to play. Fessler calls the ball. Handoff now to number 9, Brody Beck again. Well, I know the Knights like to chuck it around the yard, but they got...
Great job by the home clock operator who let probably about 4 or 5 seconds run off before he started the 40-second clock, so they could probably call it right now.
Right. So it's lined up perfectly.
Yeah.
Right. Great. Yeah. The MVP of the second half is the guy running the play clock for Northmore, because the game clock and the play clock are lined up perfectly. So that will be the last play of the game as the teams come to the sidelines. When we come back after the clock hits all zeros, we'll have our Lilly Industries post-game show. That's it. All zeros here at the Castle. Your Golden Knights 47, the visiting East Knox Bulldogs 13 on homecoming. Stick with us when we right back to the Lilly Industries halftime show, your player of the game and game stats. We'll be right back, live and free on OH Report.
Halloween.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Live and free high school football brought to you by Lilly Industries. Also, Andy Bauer, Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care about most, Andy can develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Northmore Athletic Boosters. Raise funds to support their Golden Knight students, athletes, and coaches and community. Go Knights! Morrow County Job and Family Services. Call the number in the description or visit their location in Mount Gilead to see what services are available for your family. Buckeye Horizon. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Buckeye Horizon Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your local trained comfort specialists. Pioneer Career and Technology Center. Preparing students for college, careers, and the jobs of tomorrow. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan. Killbuck Savings Bank. Since 1900, Killbuck Savings Bank has been proud to serve their community with dedication, integrity, and commitment to your financial success. In 2025, our organization will mark an incredible milestone. 125 years of building relationships, empowering dreams, and growing the community with you. And finally, by Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. Northmore 47, East Knox 13, your final from the castle. We'll have your MVP and post-game interview when we return.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Added to that lead. What did you do in the off-season? Truax at the Castle with Connor Stockdale, your MVP on the Lilly Industries postgame show. Connor, first half, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's what you finished the game with after you guys came out and really established the run in the second half. But what, and you're leading the conference right now, leading the KMAC in receiving. What did you do this offseason to really prepare yourself, get yourself ready to have such a big year?
We worked a lot. Before school, we had practices at 5:30 in the morning, and during the summer, we had practices the whole time. It was a lot of running and lifting, and it got us really prepared for the season.
So is physically prepared yourself, mentally prepared yourself, especially coming off such a huge year last year. You guys are now 4-3, kind of on the bubble in Region 23 in that 12th spot. I got to imagine you might have jumped up a spot or two tonight, depending on who else won and who else lost. What's the mindset as you finish out this season and try and get yourselves back in the playoffs?
We have to have the mindset that if we lose any more games, we won't make it. So we have to just continue to work as hard as we can and try and make it.
So back against the wall,
yeah.
Circle the wagons type mentality. Us, Northmore against the world, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now I want to talk to you about a really special play you had. You had some great receptions, but I want to talk to you about that kickoff return that you had, because you field it down here around the 10 or the 20, and you make 2 or 3 guys miss. You tiptoe up the sidelines, cut it across the field. What's going through your mind right here as you're running across the field? You can start to see green grass in front of you when you look like you might have been dead to rights back here.
I just saw a bunch of open space and guys blocking there, and it just looked right to me to run there. So I just ran that way, and it worked out pretty well.
It certainly did. Hey, Connor, look up in the camera. Shout out to whoever you want to shout out to right now.
Shout out to my team, my quarterback, and my family.
That's Connor Stockdale, your MVP.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local trained comfort specialist.
Welcome back to the Castle. Zach Truax alongside J.R. Davis. 47-13 win for the Northmore Golden Knights on homecoming. And this is your Lilly Industries post-game show. You just heard from our MVP, Connor Stockdale. My man had a big night on both sides of the ball. I should have asked him about some of the plays he made on defense as well. He had the interception. He had the 2 touchdown catches. the long kickoff return. Stockdale was everywhere for the Golden Knights, and that pretty much sealed the deal going into the second half. Jared, what's your thoughts on Stockdale as a player and Northmore's approach tonight, all in all?
So he set up everything. They went down. They got the ball first and really didn't do anything with that first drive. I think they got a couple of first downs and then had to punt. And then that's when East Knox threw the ball. Got picked off, and they had the great field position. And then they went down and scored off the big play that they had. So he kind of set everything up. And then also with the kickoff return, he had the kick return all the way back for almost a touchdown. He had two or three touchdowns. I mean,
two touchdowns. Yeah.
Yeah, dude was just crazy tonight. He was kind of like with the foundation to set everything off.
Yeah, two touchdowns really set him up for a third and a fourth. The interception set up a touchdown, and then the long kickoff return set up another touchdown. As you see the unofficial stats here, and it was just complete domination by Northmore almost from the opening drive until the last play. Both teams putting in a lot of two deep as the running clock was ticking on. But looking ahead now for both these teams, what they have in the future, Northmore, like we talked about, JR, very much on the bubble in Region 23 of Division 6. They were sitting in that 12 spot coming into them tonight. Depending on who won, who lost, they may have moved up tonight with a win over the Bulldogs. East Knox now sitting at a very unprecedented 1-7, and things don't get a whole lot easier for the Bulldogs going forward.
Yeah, so the biggest thing with Mount Gilead next week for Northmore, I mean, that's huge for them because those are points there. I think Mount Gilead's number 2, depending on how things go after that loss. Other than that, my gosh, talk about an opportunity there. You win, it's almost like a win and in game. You win that, you're getting all those points, and you're almost guaranteeing a spot in the playoffs. So that's the mentality going in. Now you're going to come from Mount Gilead, who just oh my gosh, what a complete collapse over there. So therefore what's their mentality going into that game? Are they going to be ready to go, or are they going to be kind of how we see Loudonville, Fredericktown, that kind of action too?
Loudonville and Fredericktown currently in overtime.
Yeah, so there's that. So you don't know what's going on with that. East Knox, I mean, it's tough. It's with high school football. You're probably not going to make the playoffs now, so you got 3 weeks left of some kids' high school careers. So that's motivation for them too, to be able to, what do you got? Are you just going to, put it away, or are you just going to actually, try to win these last 3 games and see, maybe you do sneak in. Who knows what's going on with these conference? I want to say the whole conference is in this region, so you might be able to sneak some points in here. Who knows?
Yeah, I was very impressed with number 28, Landon Boyd, sophomore for East Knox. Really showed a lot of heart there. At the end of the game, I made sure to stop him and tell him so. The way he ran the ball at Northmore when the game was firmly in hand, he did not take his foot off the gas pedal. So, with Boyd only a sophomore, the future is certainly bright there in East Knox. So your final score, 47-13. Your host, Golden Knights, over the visiting East Knox Bulldogs. A lot of season left for Northmore. A lot of possibilities out there for East Knox. They just got to figure out, string together some wins, trying to end on a positive note. Another positive note for you at home, though, make sure to tune in 11:30-ish for the Friday night pigskin. I can't wait to see the highlights from around the conference and around the area. So, for J.R. Davis, I'm Zach Truax. Have a great night. Talk to you next time.